Well, Sarah Dawkins was reporting there, and with just 10 days to go until that opening ceremony in Paris, Sarah, together with a team from BBC Sport, are actually cycling from Manchester to Paris. Sarah, this is amazing. You're setting off soon. Are you prepped?
Just about, yes. Today is launch day of Pedal for Paris. Like you say, we'll be cycling more than 500 miles across 8 days to reach the French capital in time for the Olympic Games next week. You can see here we've got our bank of bikes all set and prepped, ready to go. We'll be setting off in just over an hour's time. Some final checks being made to those brakes just to make sure the bikes are in good working order, and we've got plenty of nutrition as well to keep us going over the next 8 days. And you might be wondering why on earth we are doing this. Well, first of all, we're going to be spending time with British athletes as they make their final preparations for the Olympics and Paralympics, but we're also going to be talking about the key sustainability and climate issues around these games. And the BBC has partnered with Sport England for this cycle, and I'm delighted to say that the former Olympic cyclist and now chair of Sport England, Chris Boardman, is joining us on this ride. Chris, can you tell us a little bit about why you are taking part in Pedal for Paris?
Actually, why we were doing it. Actually, now it's all come to pass. I think sport, like everything else, is affected by climate change. We know that we're losing 120,000 grassroots football games a year due to flooding. We know that you can't go and ride a bike all day when it's 40 degrees heat, and all of these things have become normal. We know that 3/4 of kids have said, actually, this is impacting my ability to get active now. So it's health, it touches on everything. So we've got Paris, where the Olympics is, but also where the Climate Accord was signed nearly 10 years ago, and it just seemed like a perfect symmetry for us to get there in the most ecologically friendly way possible from the home of cycling. So that's what we're going to do, and visit some good stuff en route.
A new BBC survey released today suggests that grassroots sports participants thinks that the industry isn't doing enough, sport's not doing enough, and also athletes, they want to see them doing more. Would you agree with that?
I like the fact that the kids have told us that actually we want to see our sports stars standing up for this, and I think this transcends politics. This is about a species-threatening crisis. It's kind of hard to overstate, and I would absolutely love a really big name in sport. And we've just been hearing from Beth. You know, she wants to do it as well. She wants to stand in front. But imagine if they started to say, do you know what? I'm not going to stop flying, but when I'm in Europe, I'll get the train. Who's with me? And the impact that could have is absolutely enormous.
I mean, the survey also looked at the impact of heat and extreme climate events like heavy rain. We've had a little bit of that this morning. Fortunately, it's just about cleared up now. Heavy, yeah. How worried are you about extreme weather events and the impact on sport itself?
I think the danger for all of us is it becomes normal, and we start to get used to it, and we don't relate. When we say people aren't getting as active now, and we can't relate to what that means. You go, well, you couldn't go to football on a Thursday night or the week before that, and you go, oh yeah, okay, it is, and it's becoming normalised, and that's the biggest danger. So we have to get the spotlight on it and say, right, we need to do something, we need to do it now, so that our kids and our grandkids have the same opportunities that people like me had when I was young to just get out and get around, particularly by bike.
What opportunity does an Olympics and a Paralympics in Paris do for the discussion around climate change?
Well, I think there's a couple of things. So first of all, the Olympics, it's one of the biggest events in the world where everybody gathers and you have a spotlight. Paris has really gone for it in terms of decarbonisation. They're really making an effort. So the story is there, and the city has already, I visited a couple of years ago when I used to work here actually as Transport Commissioner, to go and have a look at the work they're doing there. So it all comes together, and it helps to put a very positive peer pressure on other cities to go, what are we doing? What are we doing for our communities to tackle this crisis?
So, plenty to discuss over the next few days, plenty of miles to cycle too. There'll be coverage every day on the news channel over the next few days, and we're just hoping it stays nice and dry.
Oh, I hope so too, Sarah. Good luck to all of you. Now, let's bring you